Many people pray for growth, they ask God for elevation, but they do not understand that when God starts working on their life, it is not always in the open. There are moments when He leads you into a private season, a sacred silence where your faith is being built. In that phase, you cannot share everything you are believing for with just anyone. The journey of faith is personal, and God sometimes hides your process because not every ear is meant to hear what He is speaking to you. Some people do not carry the spiritual maturity to understand where God is taking you. They will judge what they cannot see, and they will speak doubt over what they do not understand. That is why God said, "Protect the secret of your faith journey." There will be times when you feel a divine stirring in your spirit, a fresh hunger, a call from God to rise higher. You may wake up with a fire to pray, to fast, to disconnect from the noise, and to seek Him more. But if you reveal this inner transformation too quickly, someone might discourage you, mock you, or call you too spiritual. They might not say it openly, but their energy will try to pull you back to who you used to be. When God calls you, He is not calling a crowd. He is calling you, so guard your personal relationship with Him. Your prayer life is not for public display. Your private worship is not for applause. What God heals in you, what God reveals to you, and what God speaks in prayer, these things are holy. Not every blessing is meant to be announced. Some miracles grow best in silence. You must understand that faith is like a seed. When a seed is planted, it goes underground. It disappears. No one can see it. In that hidden place, it dies to the old and begins to transform into something new. If someone digs it up too soon, it cannot grow. Your faith is the same. The moment God plants something new in your spirit, protect it. Do not allow negative words to uproot what God has planted. People may ask you why you are changing, why you suddenly guard your time, why you no longer entertain what you once did. But you do not owe everyone an explanation. What God is doing in your heart is between you and Him. There are blessings that only come when you choose silence over validation, when you choose prayer over noise, when you choose God's approval over people's attention. Protect that sacred journey. Because when the time is right, when your faith has matured, when God sees that you have guarded what He gave you, then He will reveal openly what was once cultivated privately. There is a divine wisdom in keeping your future plans guarded. Many times, God places a dream, a vision, or a direction inside your heart long before it becomes visible to the world. In those early moments, that dream is fragile. It is still forming. Just like a newborn seedling cannot survive harsh winds, your plans cannot survive the weight of premature exposure. When God whispers a direction to your spirit, it is not for public discussion. It is for private preparation. Some people talk too soon, and in their excitement, they expose what was meant to mature in silence. The enemy is not all-knowing. He learns through listening. When you speak too freely, you give him material to attack. There are people around you who smile but do not support you. They appear as friends, but their hearts are filled with comparison, jealousy, and doubt. The moment you reveal your plan, they start speaking fear into it. Are you sure this is possible? What if it fails? People like us don't reach that level. These are not just statements. They are seeds of doubt. Words carry power, and if your spirit is not strong enough, those negative words can weaken your confidence and slow down your progress. That is why God often keeps your future hidden, not because He wants to delay you, but because He wants to protect you. Your future plans are a covenant between you and God. They are not meant to be validated by people who do not understand the calling on your life. Some people speak too soon because they crave approval. They want others to clap for their vision, but they forget that applause is not the same as alignment. The people who clap for you today may mock you tomorrow. The world celebrates success, not preparation. No one honors a seed, but everyone wants to enjoy the fruit. So let your results speak, not your announcements. Work in silence, pray in silence, move in silence, and let the noise come when God Himself reveals what He has been building in you. Even Jesus performed many miracles but instructed people at times, tell no one. Why? Because timing matters. Revelation without readiness leads to resistance. When God gives you a plan, it is a treasure. Handle it with care. Protect it from those who speak without spiritual understanding. Protect it from your own impatience. Trust that what God has spoken over your life does not need public approval to come to pass. He who gave the vision will also give the platform. So keep your plans covered in prayer, wrapped in silence, and surrendered to God's timing. Pain has a voice, and sometimes it cries louder than our prayers. Yet God teaches us that not every wound should be exposed to the world. There are moments when He allows you to walk through heartbreak, betrayal, or silent suffering, not because He wants you to be defeated, but because He is transforming your pain into strength. When God is healing you internally, it is a sacred process. Sharing your wounds with the wrong people can reopen what God is closing. People may listen, but not everyone listens to understand. Some listen to gossip, some listen to judge, and some quietly enjoy the thought of you being broken. That's why God says, protect the secret of your pain and your healing. Not everything you go through needs an audience. Some battles are meant to be fought between you and God alone. When Jacob wrestled with the angel, it was in the dark, with no crowd, no encouragement, no applause. Yet that was the moment God changed His name, His identity, His destiny. In your private pain, God is wrestling with your old self, taking away what you cannot carry into your next season. Pain has a purpose. It teaches, it refines, and it reveals who is truly with you. But in the wrong environment, your pain can be misunderstood. People may label you based on a season God is using only to shape you. Sometimes we speak too soon. In trying to find comfort, we open our hearts to people who do not have the capacity to carry our story. Instead of healing, we receive judgment. Instead of comfort, we receive comparison. Instead of prayer, we receive pity. But pity is not healing. Sympathy is not deliverance. Only God can turn pain into power. So before you speak, ask yourself, is this meant to be shared, or is this meant to be surrendered to God in silence? Healing happens in layers. God may be restoring you piece by piece, and every moment of that restoration is holy. Learn to say, God, this pain belongs to you. I don't need everyone to understand it. I just need you to heal it. Sometimes silence is not weakness. It is protection. You don't have to post every struggle, explain every tear, or defend every scar. God saw it, God heard it, and God will honor it. When God begins to shift your financial life or prepare you for a breakthrough, He often does it quietly. Blessings do not always arrive with a loud announcement. Sometimes they start as small opportunities, quiet open doors, unseen positioning. If you speak too soon or display too much, too early, You expose what God is building to spiritual attacks, jealousy, and unnecessary attention. Not every increase needs to be posted, not every blessing needs to be discussed, and not every open door needs to be celebrated publicly. Prosperity that comes from God carries a spiritual responsibility, and one of the first laws of that responsibility is protection. Protect the secret of your blessings. There are people who don't clap out of love, they clap out of curiosity. The moment they sense that God is lifting you, something inside them shifts. Their words change, their energy changes, they may smile at you, but their heart quietly begins to resist your progress. This is why God teaches us to move with wisdom. Joseph shared his dream, and jealousy followed. Samson revealed his secret, and destruction followed. Learn from them. Not every breakthrough is for open sharing. Some blessings are meant to be enjoyed in peace, not performed for approval. Financial elevation is not just about money, it is about stewardship. God blesses those who know how to manage not just resources, but also silence. Some people lose what God gave them because they exposed it too soon. They let pride speak, and pride invites attack. The Bible says, "Be still and know that I am God." That includes being still even when God begins to bless you. Stay humble, stay quiet. Let your increase speak, not your announcements. Sometimes God will test your heart by giving you little before he gives you much. If you can handle small blessings without seeking attention, you prove you are ready for greater ones. Silent success is more powerful than loud progress. Let people wonder how things are shifting in your life. Let them guess. You don't need to explain miracles, you just need to live them. Those who truly love you will celebrate quietly with you. Those who don't will expose themselves by their reaction. There are rare moments in life when God whispers something directly into your spirit. An instruction, a warning, a vision, a revelation that no one else can hear. These are not ordinary moments, they are divine encounters meant to shape your destiny. But here is the truth. Not everyone is meant to understand what God showed you. Some spiritual encounters are too deep to be explained. When Joseph shared his God-given dream too early, it didn't inspire people. It provoked jealousy. When Samson revealed the secret of his strength, it led to his downfall. Revelation is powerful, but revealed in the wrong environment, it can be dangerous. What God speaks in your spirit is not always for public discussion. When God deposits something heavenly in you, it must be guarded like a treasure. Many people lose spiritual momentum not because the enemy was stronger, but because they shared too much with people who were not aligned with their calling. There are things God shows you that even your closest friends or family may not understand. They may love you, but they are not inside your calling. They may walk with you, but they cannot carry what God placed in your spirit. That is why God teaches. Protect the secret of your encounters with Him. Some revelations are meant to be prayed over, not posted about. Some visions are meant to be written in a private journal, not spoken at a public table. When God gives you insight, He is trusting you with a piece of His plan. It is holy, it is sacred. It should be covered in prayer, not exposed to opinion. The enemy cannot stop what God has planned, but he can try to discourage you through people's words. He can use doubt, mockery, and misunderstanding to make you question what God told you in a moment of clarity. There will be moments when you feel a strong direction God telling you to move, to separate, to focus, to build, to prepare. When that happens, don't rush to seek validation. Inspiration from God does not require approval from people. Noah built an ark without a committee. Abraham walked without a map. Mary carried a promise without an explanation. They moved because God spoke, not because people agreed.